Just got done with rehearsal for the new show Speak, and I got to take a moment to shout out my co-host Joy Taylor. A woman, a black woman, daily show, sports. Do you all realize how hard it is to get into the position that she is in?
Position, you say?
So often there's misogyny and sexism running rampant in sports, and we don't even care what women have to say in sports. But Joy is not only in the position on television as a woman, as a black woman, but as an opinionist. So not just asking men what they think, but providing her own unique and distinct insight. It's hard to do, and Joy, you have done it. So congratulations. Looking forward to working with you, and hope y'all tune in 4:30 to 6 Eastern every day starting next week. Just got done with
this dude.
Let's
level set real quick for the folks that don't know what's going on. So there's a big lawsuit right now.
Huge lawsuit.
Yeah, former employee, a hairdresser and makeup artist, I believe, for Fox Sports 1. I forget the lady's name, but she threw a lawsuit out there alleging lots of harassment of the sexual kind. She mentioned that when she went to Joy Taylor, who was supposed to be one of the lady advocates.
Harassment towards from Skip Bayless.
Yeah, Skip Bayless. And there was a couple other people whose names were mentioned in there too. But
yeah,
that's where we're starting at. But you got it, TR. That's your boy, Emmanuel Acho. What you got?
Man, Emmanuel Acho. I've come to the conclusion that any man that is coming out on social media and just caping for any of these women, I'm thinking that you're sleeping with them or you're trying to sleep with them. It's one or the other, because what's detailed in this lawsuit, and again, this is all allegedly, this is all going to have to be proven. This is from a hairdresser that Skip may have been propositioning $1.5 million, and we'll probably get into that to a little bit later, paying for box for $1.5 million, which inflation is about to go up, like, okay, let me get that sound. But your boy Emmanuel Acho is out here just getting exposed because Joy Taylor is trying to run up the corporate chain, and she ain't doing it with like her, her wits and her personality and her bubbly personality. I mean, she's doing it with a couple of things, but it ain't because Joy Taylor is amazing on air journalist or reporter or anything, or a host. Like, there's a number of things that's going on with this Joy Taylor thing. And for the men that are coming out here trying to defend Joy Taylor, or, this is really a conversation about, are women in the sports media, are they really, entertaining, or is that someone that, are they all doing this? Because I feel like now that you think about it, they all have a certain type. I mean, the Molly Karams, and then you have Malika Andrews. And I'm not saying those women are cheating or they ran it up or whatever, but I can't remember the last time I was like, man, these women or this woman host had an amazing sports take. Anyone that goes viral is generally men that are going viral, but no one is ever saying like, hey, did you see what so-and-so said? If anything, if they go viral, it's because they said something outside of sports or the way they look, which is Joy Taylor, Molly Karam, Malika Andrews. She goes viral, but that's when she's shitting on black men.
Yeah, look, I have so much to say here, but let's keep it in the context of Emmanuel Acho first. We'll get back to Joy in a minute because as I'm concerned, she's the star of this show. I want to share a quick clip. Can you that link I just shared, can you pull that up real quick? It's a short, so it should be a quick one.
No, it's fucking nuts. People are so scared now. You have the male feminist.
Yep.
Like, where the fuck did that come from? Just out of nowhere. Last couple of years, I'm a male feminist. I've always championed women. No, you haven't. You haven't. This shit came out and you're fucking scared. You did something. You grabbed some fucking titties. What the fuck did you do that you have to overcorrect that fucking hard? What kind of a man who still has his balls is walking around saying that he's a male feminist? I'm a male feminist. I totally see the way you see the fucking world. It's impossible as a man who was raised right. To be a feminist. feminist.
That's it.
No,
Oh man.
So I'm level setting with Emmanuel Acho. I don't know if he's a male feminist or not, but he's on the same level. Super Simps and male Simps are on the same
Yeah,
level. What they
agreed.
do is they cape extra hard for people, and generally speaking, it's because they did some bleep me on this, some fuckery.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened here. A lawsuit documents allege that he also, first of all, she was getting passed around like a baton at the Olympics last summer. That's number one.
Mm-hmm.
And he was one of the ones doing the passing. So of course he gonna get on here and he gonna advocate for it. He ain't trying to mess up a good thing. That's number one. Emmanuel, go on somewhere and sit down, dude. Ain't nobody taking you seriously. You was one of the main ones that Bill Burr was talking about in that video, playing grab cheeks. That's number
Yep.
one. Number two, we
Oh, yeah,
just talked about last week, and now I'm directing my energy at Joy because, as far as I'm concerned, she's the star of the show. Because Joy, we talked about last week with Angel Reese. These women in these industries, they sell sex.
Yep.
And this is the threat that. So if you have a woman who's fully tapped into what she can do with her feminine powers, she's going to use it for evil or for good.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say for good, that's typically this isn't good here. This is you used your beauty and your breasts. Jason Whitlock was not the only person talking about the way she portrayed herself at work. You used your beauty and your breasts allegedly to get to the top. Like it wasn't on your merits, it wasn't on your credentials. And honestly, I looked at her IG right now. Most of the stuff that she has that's going viral is relationship stuff. She don't even talk. It's relationship talk, and it's putting the girls out there for everybody to see. And
Whoa,
again,
hold on. Let me look
we're
this
not
up.
going to sit.
Proud.
What the IG? Oh yeah, yeah. There's some strong evidence on there. There's some classy photos too. She keeps it classy and she put the girls out there. But
classy,
she sells sex. She sells sex.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly how she got where she was. Now that's number one. Number two, I've never in any capacity.
Wait, hold on, MC. I don't see anything wrong here. Hold on, let me see. Let's see. She's wearing a Miami Heat. Is she selling? I don't think she's selling sex. I don't think so.
Keep scrolling.
I don't think so.
Keep scrolling. There's others. The one right next to it is a matter
of
fact.
Okay.
So
all right.
Now go to the one to the right. What are we selling here? What are we selling here? There's one right. There's two right underneath it, right there in the middle, and the one to the right. Come on.
Yeah.
What are we doing here? You know what we're here for, Joy. But again,
oh yeah,
this
one is a really good one when she talks about discipline. Get out of here.
Yeah, discipline. Yeah. So anyway, she sells sex. That's how she's getting her followers, and that's how she's building her brand. And even more importantly, like I was about to say, and this is where I start to tear into the pro-blacks. I've never heard her talk about race until all of this stuff came out about her. But you know what's funny? She's doing this?
I thought she was mixed or something, but everyone keeps saying she's black, and I'm like, what?
Well, a lot of mixed people call themselves black. A lot of mixed people call themselves black.
You know who doesn't call herself black? Fucking her.
That's my point. This didn't start until she wanted to victimize herself and develop sympathy and empathy. And that's what we need to be mindful of, man. I call it black when convenient. You got all these people that just, they want to play the biracial card, but then when the BS comes to the front door, it's a protect black women. She's a black woman. And actually, Emmanuel Acho was doing it more than she was. But I have heard her recently on a couple of occasions talk about how hard it is to be a woman and to be a black woman in this business. She's victimizing herself to protect herself.
Yeah.
And this is why I can't trust any of this. And the lady who filed the lawsuit came to Joy for help, saying, hey, these men are harassing me. What do I do? And she basically told her to get the hell over it. Like, yeah, man. This is all kinds of wrong, man.
Yeah, so Joy Taylor, it's interesting though, because I'm trying to remember the last time I've seen a woman file a lawsuit. I mean, women file lawsuits against men, Me Too, and harassment, blah, blah, blah. But it's very rare that a woman includes other women in that lawsuit. And we're going to find out really quickly about how people feel about women. I mean, if we're to believe women, believe all women, as they love to say, then why shouldn't we believe this hairstylist? And again, real quick, Men, y'all got to stop messing with the help. This is the same thing Jonathan Majors got himself into, where he was upgrading that chick. I'm not sure it was hairstylist or wardrobe or something. You cannot be sleeping with the help. Like, that should be 100% off, off limits. And from the lawsuit, apparently they were all hanging out like after they get done doing a shoot or something. And this woman, the crazy thing is that this woman is, in her, I don't know how old she is, but single baby mama, and making like $40,000 or $50,000 or whatever, and she's hanging out with Skip Bayless and Joy Taylor. It's like, what is wrong with this picture? Because everyone always want to say, like, once you start making some money, you don't hang out with the same people or the same people that are not in your class, or at least in your financial class. So why are they hanging out with someone who's nowhere near, who has more to gain, and they have more to lose if she starts telling any of the trade secrets or how things are going over, which this woman, or Joy Taylor, confided into this woman about how things are done behind the scenes. And let's not forget that Fox Sports, they're no stranger to like these Me Too allegations. I want to say one of their executives, he actually had to step down back in like 2017, 2018 because of Me Too allegations. And so people, this is kind of like, on the path of Fox News or Fox Sports, that they have like these issues where they have these Me Too things going on, and who knows what else. Or, I mean, we might even hear from other people though, because it only takes one woman to kind of like bring a whole house of cards down. So there might be some other women coming out there and saying like, hey, Joy Taylor, yeah, she's definitely like that. Or, we're hearing from Jason Whitlock, who worked at Fox Sports when Joy Taylor was there. Some additional rumors that were going along that. And again, this is all alleged, and even Jason Whitlock says it's all alleged. But the point is, there's some things going on with Joy Taylor, and then also the guy that she allegedly slept with, which is Charlie Dixon. Pause. And so you have this guy who's an executive or whatever his position is, who tried to force Joy Taylor onto a show with Jason Whitlock. And Jason Whitlock, I mean, I know he's getting a little bit fired though, because he said, he knows what he's capable of. He don't want to be around her. And everybody's trying to eviscerate him. I mean, you got one guy who knows himself and he's like, hey, I don't want to be distracted. And you have Emmanuel Acho, who is sleeping with her allegedly and trying to big her up. Like, the Simps are the way worse than anybody. The Simps, because the Charlie Dixon dude, he's definitely a mega simp, because he about to mess up his whole bag with Joy Taylor. And then you have Emmanuel Acho and some other men coming out here just trying to act like, hey, we got to start bigging these women up. Y'all ninjas are sleeping with, like, you're sleeping with the women that you're trying to big up. And I ain't seen no big woman ever on any of the Fox shows or even on ESPN. Name one. I mean,
I can give you one on ESPN, but for the most part, you're right. But look, the lawsuit stuff is all alleged, right? But the biggest alleged in the lawsuit that we ain't talked about yet is that allegedly the lawsuit, and this hairstylist or whatever had inside knowledge that Joy Taylor had plans to Me Too herself.
Oh, yes.
In order to gain power at Fox.
Yep.
So now she's taking advantage of being black and taking advantage of being a woman.
Yep.
So, and this is what I tell women when it comes to Me Too. For every accusation that you throw out there and it's BS, it's a slap in the face to the real women who are going through this stuff, really. That's the same thing I tell black people that say everything is racist. You are disrespecting the people that went through real racism. But let's talk about what we do know about Joy Taylor. Share that clip that I just posted in the chat real quick. Let's do some character definition, shall we?
Yep.
Because I'm going to take Joy at her word for what kind of person she is.